Right, hello. We should be live. Right, we're going to go through the lineups for Shaktar Donetsk versus Manchester City. Away from home, obviously Manchester City. We're going to start with the Shaktar Donetsk lineup before we kick off. Got Piatov, ball back, Christoph, Matvyenko, Ismaili is the back four. Got Stepanenko and Patrick is the two holding. Marlos on the right, Solomon on the left, Tayson in behind the striker Moraes. For City, we've got Edison, Walker, Fernandinho starts at the back. With City having Laporte and Stones injured, Otamendi alongside him with Zinchenko at left back. Mendy is on the bench though. Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne is the midfield. Mars on the right, still on the left. Jesus up front. In the last 3 Champions Leagues, including this one, the group stages, Shakhtar and City have got in the same group, so they'll know each other very well, as obviously they played so often against each other. Obviously, Aguero, David Silva, Bernardo Silva dropped for tonight's game as they started against Norwich in their Premier League defeat. As we kick off with Shakhtar Donetsk kicking off, City win the ball quickly, and Sterling is fouled on the left-hand side and wins a free kick within the first 10 seconds for Manchester City. Obviously, City losing their first Premier League game since January of 2019 when they got beat to Newcastle 2-1, where Fernandinho gave away a penalty in City's area. Obviously, hopefully he won't be doing that tonight as he starts alongside Otamendi at the back, as De Bruyne will put an in-swinging ball into the box all the way through to Rodri as he heads it way past the post, sort of bounced off his head, not sure he quite knew the ball was going to land that place on his head. I think he tried to glance it, hit him full on the side of the head and goes way out for a goal kick for Shakhtar Donetsk. Everyone was on side, which I think he just tried to flick it or try and even duck under it to let it go, and it just ended up hitting the side of his head and he goes out for a Shakhtar Donetsk goal kick. Obviously, big game for Fernandinho. He's not played many first team games at all. Not started one yet this season for Manchester City. So thrown straight in there. Obviously, City having so many centre back issues. Obviously, Laporte injured and Stones injured the last few days. Obviously, 4 to 6 weeks it'll be around. City looking very bare at the back. Well, for obviously Shakhtar Donetsk, great start to their season. They've played 7 games and they've won all 7, scoring 23. The highest win has been a 5-1 victory, so they do know how to find the back of the net. As Rodri's fouled just above just on the halfway line by Moraes, the Shakhtar Donetsk top goal scorer with 5 goals in 6 of those games. Obviously not starting or playing in one of them. It's Mahrez, plays it back to Otamendi. Obviously made a big mistake at the weekend, leading to Norwich's 3rd goal. Obviously Otamendi and Stone's getting a lot of the blame for that defeat. It's a fantastic switch ball was played to Mahrez, brought down beautifully on his left foot. It's Kyle Walker to Kevin De Bruyne, trying to find their way into the Shakhtar Donetsk box. It's Mahrez, gets onto his left foot, plays back to De Bruyne, who puts a right foot across into the back post, headed by Jesus across goal. Needs to be cleared away by the Shakhtar Donetsk player as they try and find their way through, and they do very well. As it's Tyson on this left wing for Shakhtar Donetsk, the captain, trying to find their way through. City win the ball with no foul. No, it looks like the Shakhtar Donetsk have just kept it here. Again, Tyson, the captain of Shakhtar Donetsk. As we've got Christoph playing it over to the right back of Bolbat. He loses the ball to Zinchenko. It's now Rodri. Mahrez tries to play it back to Otamendi. Otamendi on the the left hand side of the back four. Fernandinho on the left. Otamendi on the right hand side of the back four. As Sterling's on the ball on his preferred left hand side. Zinchenko ahead of Mendy today as he returns from injury on the bench. Gundogan tries to play through ball towards Sterling, intercepted by Bolbat, He can't clear as far as Gundogan. He plays it towards Rodri, just towards the final third of City's attacking area. Mahrez brings it down, shielding the ball from the oncoming left back is Marley. Keeps it well and plays it across to Fernandinho. Zinchenko on the ball now. Plays into Gundogan, nice through ball, found to Sterling. Defender comes across, big slide tackle. Sterling jumps over it and lets it go out for Manchester City throw in. Shakhtar Donetsk have had a decent run in the Champions League in terms of qualifying, as they keep the ball here under pressure on Sterling. Their best run was in 2010-11 season when they got to the quarter-final of the Champions League after getting out the group stage with Arsenal, but were beaten by Barcelona 5-1 in the first leg at the Camp Nou, and then beaten 1-0 at their home ground in the second leg. It's the best they've done in the Champions League ever, and they haven't gone to that stage since. As it's Tyson, plays back to his Marley. A few Brazilians in this Shakhtar Donetsk team. Obviously, I'll be trying to give you score updates on the other games whenever I can. I'll get a timer set up for the game now. I just forgot about that. Hopefully that is started now. There we go. Sorry about that. So that is the minute we are in. We're 5 minutes 30 into the game. I can give you updates on the Paris Saint-Germain Real Madrid game as well, as we go back to the City game where Kyle Walker picks the ball on the halfway line, looks at the diagonal switch towards Sterling, brought down well on the right foot, plays it back to Zinchenko, who will go to Rodri, their ever-present player in City's team. Whenever offering for a simple pass, he's always there asking for the ball. As Sterling does a nice chop, tries to get past, ball back. The Shakhtar Donetsk right back fouled, and it'll be a free kick quite far up the pitch for Manchester City. In the final third for sure is Rodri, who's very tall, around 6'3" for City. He was getting the box. Otamendi as well. Some aerial threat, not much of it for City, so I don't score too many corners. It's the ball put into the box, all the way through. What a save by Piatov. Oh yeah, I think it was offside or a foul, I think, by Gundogan. I think an elbow. But that nearly went all the way through as well for Manchester City. It was a free kick by De Bruyne. There's a foul somewhere, but it went all the way through all the bodies. And there's a great strong left hand from Piatov to keep it out, but he wouldn't have counted. Anyway, as there was a foul on, I think it's from Fernandinho. Was it Tyson on this left-hand side for Shakhtar Donetsk? Ismaili overlaps, big sliding tackle from Kyle Walker to stop the attack, and he keeps it. Rodri, fine Gundogan, obviously a Champions League finalist, scored Gundogan in the Champions League final in 2012-13 for Dortmund, as they were beaten by Bayern Munich with a last minute winner from Ian Robben. I think that's 13-14, sorry, not 2012-13. It's Otamendi, played to Ederson, he's come quite far out of his goal, just near the edge of the D of the halfway line. He's about 20 yards away from that, showing how far out the pitch City are. Fernandinho travelling over the top through ball towards Sterling. Can he get there now? Piatov comes off his line and collects the ball. Attempted pass from Fernandinho. Sterling was on that, couldn't quite get on the end of it despite rushing down for that ball. It was a nice kick from Piatov, finds down the line to Solomon, number 19 for Shakhtar Donetsk, slowing the game down. He'll play it back to Stepanenko. Tyson, Stepanenko. Switch ball towards his Marley in the City half. Matviyenko. Played it back to Stepanenko, who's gone into like a third centre back role, plays it long, aims towards no one, lose the ball, and it'll be Edison's ball. Obviously, cold night in Ukraine. It will not be warm weather like in certain countries. But here's Mahrez on the ball. Tries to weave past one player, gets past him but taken out whilst doing so, and that is a foul and a free kick for Manchester City. Around 50-60 yards out, or around 40-50 yards out. It looks like they're going to get players in the box and try and whip this in with Mahrez and De Bruyne standing over it. Take it quickly to Mahrez, who's allowed to dribble, put a ball into towards the back state where Otamendi was waiting too far forward for him, and he can only stretch as far as he can, but can't get a touch on it towards goal. And we'll go out for Shaktar Donetsk. Goal kick, quickly taken, free kick it was, put in the box. It would have been offside, Otamendi, even if he'd somehow got the ball into the net or played it across for someone else to finish it. Needs to be careful though with that stretching like that, with City's injury problems, as he gives away a foul. I think Kyle Walker just on the halfway line. No pressure here for Manchester City. They play it back. Alan Patrick. Shaktar Donetsk on the ball. Alan Patrick. Tyson on this left hand side, just find a way through City's blue wall. Ball bat, number 50 for Shaktar Donetsk. Stepanenko. Matviyenko plays a through ball to Ismaili. So on this left hand side, pressured by Walker and Mahrez. Gets past, tries to get past both of them. Can he quite get there? He can keep the ball though with Alan Patrick. Number 21 for Shakhtar. Keeps the ball out muscling City players. He keeps going on the left foot. Cross into the box towards the back stick. Zinchenko can head away towards Bolbat. He strikes away. It's now Marlos on the left foot. Cuts in. Shoots across goal. Goes wide and high and wide. Marlos, another Brazilian, one of the more experienced players. Sorry if you experience any buffering of kinds there. Obviously we are 12 minutes in. It is Shakhtar Donetsk 0, City 1. Zagreb in City's group have took the lead against Atalanta. 1-0 in that game. Atalanta obviously gaining Champions League football through Serie A last season. See City's group looking more nicer for them compared to other teams. Obviously Tottenham have got Bayern Munich in their group, Liverpool got Napoli. So City have come out with one of the easier groups. It's Sterling on the ball, bursting into the box. He finds Zinchenko's first time ball from De Bruyne. Tries to play it through into Jesus. Claims of a handball. Shown away from the ref. As Pietov has the ball. Will roll it out to Christoph. Poor ball. Intercepted by Gundogan. City can get on the counter attack here. It's Sterling. It's a ball into Jesus. Will knock it out to Gundogan. Plays it back to Jesus on the edge of the box. Gets into the box. Turning back and forth. Leaves the ball to Bolbat. Marlos, and he can keep it in. Solomon, he's taken down. Foul there, and Shakhtar Donetsk can relieve a little bit of pressure there from a foul from Zinchenko. Solomon getting back, helping his team out. Christoph on the ball here. Find Moraes getting mixed up with number 11, Marlos. They keep the ball. They'll spread it out wide left towards Ismaili. Tyson, number 7, plays a great ball in the middle to Stepanenko. Christoph. In the right, centre back position. We'll go to Matvienko, who will just turn back, go back to Pyatov. Shakhtar Donetsk trying to gain some possession. Obviously, Shakhtar Donetsk are known for having quite a few Brazilian players in the team, despite being a Ukraine team. Brazil used to have the hot weather. Obviously, Bernard from Everton now. Everton got him from Shakhtar Donetsk on a free because they're two top goal scorers in the competition. Who are Luis Adriano, who got 21 goals for them, and Alex Teixeira with 12. They're their all-time top Champions League goal scorers, obviously both Brazilian. So they like having their Brazilian attacking players for sure. As it's Rodri, sprays it to Zinchenko. Looking to find their way through the Shakhtar Donetsk defence is Kyle Walker. Line up across the box on the diagonal around 40 yards out. Goes straight through the crowd and out for a Shakhtar Donetsk free kick, a goal kick. In other fixtures, though, we've got obviously Tottenham drew to Olympiacos away 2-2 after gaining a 2-0 lead with a Harry Kane penalty and a Lucas Moura strike. Obviously, Olympiacos got that back with Valbuena penalty, who secured the draw for them. PSG have gone 1-0 up against Real Madrid. Angel Di Maria against his former club bagging the goal there. Other than that, we've got no goals in any of the fixtures other than Bayer Leverkusen, who have gone 1-0 down at home to Lokomotiv Moscow. And Atletico Madrid and Juventus are still at 0-0. As Kyle Walker plays a diagonal ball towards Sterling, he knocks it down for Gundogan, first time strike on the left foot. Roll out, I think, for another Shakhtar Donetsk goal kick. Obviously, City just trying to get in their flow. They've had a few changes from Saturday. Obviously, a very poor defeat from City's point of view. Obviously, again, no clean sheet for City. They've only had 2 this season against Brighton in their 4-0 win, and against West Ham in the first game of the season where they won 5-0 at the London Stadium, where Sterling obviously scored his first hat-trick of the season. The ball is in play here. He finds Jesus, who's dropped deep. Finds Gundogan, heavy touch, dispossessed, but then wins the ball back. From ball back, it's Gundogan on the left-hand side. Goes across the box to Sterling, tries to bring it down. Poor touch, head away from his Marley. They can come out with the ball as Tyson continues to try and start an attack. Ball back is back on his feet, and will be told by Tyson to leave the ball for him as Tyson keeps the ball, and it's now Christoph. Ball back looking like he's picked up maybe a bit of a knock from that challenge from Gundogan. It was a fair challenge. Got the ball, but may have left a bit on him because it was a pretty heavy challenge. Matvienko to Alan Patrick, the Brazilian midfielder. Tyson, looking like one of the more lively players for Shakhtar tonight. Shakhtar 0, City 0, if you're just joining in. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here. Weekly commentaries daily, if possible. There'll be hopefully one on Saturday that you can tune into. Full commentaries every week on the Premier League and Champions League, when obviously the games come around. As De Bruyne's on the ball, plays a right-footed pass into Mahrez, who's on this far right-hand side, stowed up by his Marley. As he tries to play to De Bruyne, a big heavy touch from De Bruyne gives away the ball. It's Tyson gliding through the City defence. Marlos. It's sort of playing that centre attacking mid role for now. Finds Solomon on this right-hand side. Back into Marlos. Play back to Stepanenko. Just keeping the ball over some nice short passes here, Shakhtar. Matvienko plays it to his left, where Ismaili can play back to him. Christoph, number 4. Stepanenko. Sort of playing a holding role, but sort of gliding in between a holding positioning role and sort of like as a third centre-back. When City attack at some points, it looks like Christoph goes in the middle and Stepanenko goes as like the right centre-back with with Matvienko on his left as Rodri plays a nice ball into Sterling after Shaktar Donetsk give away possession. Left-footed cross over towards De Bruyne. It's an important header away from Matvienko. Well, De Bruyne looks like he had an open goal to head it home. Very important defensive header there. As Otamendi heads it down, Stepanenko will clear. Rodri will win the header using his height against Marlos. Gundogan getting close down, loses the ball, but that ball goes to Jesus. Fortunately for City, Mahrez on the right side will cut onto his left, will shoot and will blaze it over the bar for a goal kick. And it is 0-0 in this game currently as Mahrez blazes one over the crossbar. Positives to take here for both teams, really. City starting just to get themselves into the game with that good left-footed Sterling cross, which was just intercepted at the vital time for Shaktar, and they've also had a good start to the game. Obviously not conceding straight away, which is something they probably would have wanted to do, and obviously getting into the City final, getting into their final third at times, as it's Marlos on the ball, shrugs off Sterling. We'll try and find the overlapping ball back, intercepted by Zinchenko. Another tackle is needed by Gundogan to win the ball, and Rodri can now play it out wide left to Sterling, who calms the game down, slows it down. Obviously wanting to play at City's tempo, if that's how slow they want to play. Otamendi. Gundogan, obviously Otamendi's only City, he's City's only centre back at the current minute. Obviously Laporte out for up to 5 to 6 months, Stones out for 4 to 6 weeks. As Kyle Walker plays a shocking ball, trying to find Mahrez, nowhere near, and that will go out for another Shaktar goal kick. I think City needs to really start finding their rhythm soon, because Shaktar have showed signs of breaking quickly in this game for sure. As Otamendi wins a header on Moraes. Rodri goes on wide left to Zinchenko, looking promising here for City as he plays it to Sterling. It's like a lack of movement here for City. Players not moving as quickly as you'd like, as it's your Rodri. Into Zinchenko. He'll obviously want to be having a few good games on the bounce here to stop Mendy getting straight back in the starting 11. As obviously Zinchenko's had a very good run at left back while Mendy has been injured. His last game was in that dramatic 4-3 win against Tottenham in the Champions League despite getting knocked out. As Gundogan plays a free ball towards Jesus on his right foot, he can shoot, gets his shot away. It's deflected with a great block out for a City corner. That was a big chance there for Jesus. Gundogan won the ball from a Rodri pass, played a nice through ball to Jesus. He got onto his right foot, he took a touch, maybe one too many, got the shot away, blocked by Stepanenko, and De Bruyne will come out to take an out-swinging corner from Manchester City on City's right-hand side. Jesus maybe should have finished that. As we've got De Bruyne taking the corner again, the usual suspects in the box for City, Otamendi, Rodri, Sterling is near the keeper. De Bruyne puts the ball in, headed away by Shaktar, back in from Gundogan, who's on the edge of the box. It's now Jesus, blazes one way over the bar, and if the stands were any closer, that would have been definitely aiming towards Rosehead from Jesus. Obviously, Shaktar have got one of those stadiums where the crowd is miles away from the goal, which is a bit disappointing, obviously, for football fans. You don't want to be too far away from the action. As City regain the ball here with Jesus, he's come out to the left-hand side to get the ball. Zinchenko into Rodri, pressured by Moraes. Can keep the ball though nicely by turning one way and then another. Still Rodri, who got his first City goal against Norwich to make it 3-2. Obviously too little, too late for City in that game. It's Mahrez on the right-hand side, puts a right-footed cross in, cleared away by Matvienko. It's Mahrez getting bullied up against two Shaktar players. Hits it off one of the defenders, doesn't go out for a corner, they're keeping him, but De Bruyne wins the ball back. Gundogan can put the ball into the box, headed away. It's now Jesus, gains the ball, it's Gundogan, left-footed shot to the left. He puts it against the post, Mahrez knocks in the rebound. And the goal was given for now. It did look offside, but Mahrez has knocked it in with the left foot after a Gundogan left-footed shot came off the post, came out towards Mahrez. No one was around him, no one was marking him, and it looks like it's going to be Shakhtar 0, City 1. Terrific start for Manchester City. 24 minutes in. Apologies for any background noise there. Gundogan put a ball in. He came out to Jesus. He tried to shoot. He laid it off for Gundogan instead. He was on the edge of the box. Nicely placed shot from Gundogan. Came off the post, 6 yards out. Mahrez onside for sure. And makes it Shaktar 0. City 1. Big goal for City. Nice layoff from Jesus. Good finish. Well, good shot from Gundogan. Just came off the post. Thankfully for City, cannoned straight to Mahrez' feet. He was 6 yards out. Cannoned it into the roof of the net. And Mahrez gets City's first goal of the Champions League season. And his first goal this season for City. Shakhtar, though, has to be disappointed with that. Because maybe they think their defenders should have been a bit more switched on for the ball after it cannoned off the post. As Alan Patrick is now on the ball on the halfway line for Shaktar Donetsk. Ball back. Plays it towards Marlos on this right-hand side of Shakhtar's. Stepanenko. Marlos back into Stepanenko. Plays it to the centre-back. Christoph. Matvienko. Played back to Christoph. He plays it back to the keeper. Clearance all goes as far as Otamendi. So now Gundogan tries to flick a ball around the corner. Intercepted by Matvienko. Christoph. Marlos goes to Stepanenko. Stuck in their own half here with City's pressing. They have to go back to the keeper, where it's Piatov. Christoph plays the ball down the line. Offside, I think he's given as they play the ball towards the halfway line. Quite confused how he's ended up being in an offside position there. Or was it may have been a foul as he was holding the City player back. That's what it looks like it's for. Didn't seem like there's much in it from my angle. But obviously, on the ref and the linesman being so close to the action, they probably have a better judgment than I will from that one. It's Fernandinho. Plays a long diagonal ball towards Mahrez. Finds him. Fantastic pass. Great touch from Mahrez, who'll be full of confidence. Tries to play a through ball towards De Bruyne. Deflected off his Marley. The Shakhtar Donetsk left back and goes out for a City throw-in. Kyle Walker will come over and take this throw-in for City. He'll have a big part to play for this start of the season for sure, because he may have to be asked to play full-back if Fernandinho isn't fully fit to play at centre-back. That might mean João Cancelo gets his first start for Manchester City. I think it's only a matter of time until that happens. We've got Rodri on the ball. Gundogan, first time pass to Fernandinho. Every City player inside the Shakhtar half, other than obviously Edison, but it wouldn't surprise me if we found him finding his way into the Shakhtar half. It's Piatov. I think it's a nice ball towards Ballbat. Very accurate, very precise, and he wins a free kick as he's fouled by Sterling, and the game can just slow down a little bit. Sort of Shakhtar can regroup and try and find a way breaking through this City team. But before that goal, there's a point where Mahrez was on the right hand side when I mentioned he was being closed down by two Shakhtar players. It looks like the ball went out when he was dribbling it or tried to clear it. Fine margins. Obviously wasn't a obvious error, because I'm not even sure if it was out, to be honest. And then when clearing it, Shakhtar player, it looked like that went out as well. As it's a poor challenge there from Rodri. He picks up a yellow card. Very poor challenge. As Shakhtar was getting on the counter-attack. Even though they're on the counter-attack, City definitely had men forward, or men back, to deal with that. So I feel like that foul was a little unnecessary. And if you do want to subscribe for more daily commentaries, please do. Put on those notifications as well. Very poor challenge from Rodri on his Marley. Didn't really get much of the ball at all, as the Shakhtar player fell on his backside, unfortunately for him. Bayer Leverkusen has got a goal back in their game against Lokomotiv Moscow. That is Bayern Leverkusen 1, Moscow 1. Arangues with the goal with that one. Kachawiak, formerly of West Brom, got Lokomotiv's goal. It's going to be a free kick Around 30 yards out, just dinks into the box, headed away from Rodri, the one who gave it away. And Jesus can pick it up, tries to play through ball towards Sterling, too much weight on it, and ball back can just clear it out of play for a City throw-in. But that was a good chance for a counter-attack if Jesus got that pass right. Unfortunately, he didn't for City. Obviously, it was a disappointing end to the Champions League season for City last year. Getting beat on away goals by Tottenham 4-4 on aggregate. It was that mental, undescribable game against Tottenham at the Etihad, where a last-minute Sterling goal was disallowed due to Aguero's heel being offside. Devastating for City fans as a long diagonal ball has gone out for a Shaktar throw-in from Edison. He's normally more accurate than that. This is Marley, turns De Bruyne, sends him away from the ball as Rodri picks up the ball to De Bruyne. Foul, says the referee, but I'm not sure on that one. That looks like a soft one. City were definitely in behind with Kevin De Bruyne. If that wasn't flagged for a foul, very soft one, but the refs give it. City have to move on, as it's Matvienko who will take the quick free kick to their keeper Piatov. He has the ball again. Stepienko in between the two centre backs of Matvienko and Christoph. Ball back, finds his way into the City half with a pass to Solomon, tries to get across him, blocked from Fernandinho, comes out to Sterling on the edge of the City box, finds Gundogan, then to pass to Zinchenko, goes through the legs of the Shakhtar player but comes off his heel instead and will find its way towards Marlos. It's now Tayson, Alan Patrick, Ismaili, quick attacking footballer from Shakhtar, as Otamendi can try and clear, comes off the Shakhtar man of Moraes but goes straight to Edison for a easy catch for Edison as he will roll it back out to Otamendi and City can regain possession. It's Shakhtar 0, City 1. We are 31.5 minutes into the game as of now. Obviously, Shakhtar have some skill off the bench. They've got Konoplyanka, who scored against City in the Champions League around 3 years ago for Sevilla, as they got beat to City in that game in the end. 2-1, Kevin De Bruyne late strike winning it for City there. He's found his way over to Shakhtar, obviously with Schalke before this, so he's been to Sevilla, Shakhtar, Sevilla, Schalke, and then Shakhtar, as it's Tayson on this left-hand side for Donetsk. Trying to find his way into the box, finds its way to Ismaili, the attacking fullback, taken down in the box by Mahrez. Ref waves play on, no foul. Good tackle there by Christoph, as it's Zinchenko right on this halfway line, plays a ball into Sterling, asking a lot of Sterling there as he loses out on the ball. And Shakhtar can slow down the game with Patrick. Stepanenko. PSG have found themselves 2-0 up against Real Madrid. Not sure who the scorer is as of yet. And obviously Dinamo Zagreb, who's also in City's group, have gone 2-0 up against Atalanta. Definitely not the start that they wanted, as Shakhtar and City are probably the two favourites to come out of this group. I'll try and find out who that goal is from the PSG Real Madrid game. Bayern Munich gone 1-0 up as well against Zivada. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, as it's Mahrez on the right hand side for City. Plays it into Rodri. Plays a switch ball towards Sterling. Perfect ball for Sterling to chest down. Unbelievable passing range there from Rodri. Zinchenko. Gundogan. into Sinchenko. City trying to find a way through the Shakhtar Donetsk team for a second goal. Sterling cuts in on the left hand side onto his right foot. Shot had dip, no power unfortunately, and it's gone out straight to the keeper of Shakhtar, and he can start a counter attack. Whereas Tyson, playing that centre attacking midfield role at the minute, he plays a through ball into Moraes. He's in. He's got to finish it. It's a chested save from Edison, and you think that he should have finished that off. That was a fantastic chance for Shakhtar to make this game 1-1. As Rodri was closed down but can get out of the situation very well, as Di Maria got his second goal against Real Madrid, as Real Madrid have actually just got one back to make it 2-1. But that was a fantastic chance for Moraes. Played a ball in from Tyson, perfectly weighted ball on his left foot, was in behind. Should have maybe drilled it low and hard towards Edison, but decided to try and get some height on it. Edison didn't even use his hands, so just used his chest to save it. Very unorthodox there, as that's Shakhtar's first shot on target. They've had 3 overall already. City have had 9 shots, but only 2 on target. Maybe showing that they need to become a little bit more accurate with their shooting. It's out here for a Shakhtar throw-in, actually. Indeed, as De Bruyne puts his arms out complaining of how that wasn't a City throw-in. It's a big chance, though, for Shakhtar. Moraes in behind on the left foot. I don't think it's his strong foot, to be completely honest. A bit of a weak shot there. As Gundogan picks up the ball from a poor pass from Ismaili. Gundogan, Jesus, into Rodri. Goes out wide right to Mahrez. Find Walker, who's on the angle. Goes back to Mahrez instead. He's trying to create his own angle to find a pass and finds De Bruyne. Takes a touch, it's a heavy one, tackled by Christoph. It's Rodri. We'll go towards the left of where Sinchenko will receive the ball. We'll just play first time pass back to Rodri. Kyle Walker. Into Jesus. He'll definitely look for a goal tonight if he wants to find any sort of way of replacing Aguero in the City starting 11, which I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think will happen until he leaves Manchester City. It's Kyle Walker. Mahrez. Goes back to Otamendi. Obviously, City have played Shakhtar 4 times over the last 2 Champions League seasons, as they've had them in the group stage again. So City have won 3 of those 4 games. Shakhtar actually won 1 of them. At home, it was a 2-1 win on the 6th of December in 2017. A very cold Ukraine night that would have been. Obviously, City have already guaranteed their qualification by the time of that game, so obviously they played a few youngsters like Mangala, who was playing alongside Adebayoya, I'm pretty sure, in that game. He's out on loan at Blackburn, as if Mahrez finds a through ball into Gundogan. He's got to finish it, puts it into the top right corner. It's a fantastic goal, fantastic finish from Gundogan. He gets his goal, which one that he maybe should have had for the first goal when he canned him one off the post. But he makes it Shakhtar 0, City 2, massive goal. Good work, well worked goal as well, in fact, from City for Gundogan to finish on the right foot, to sort of like toe peck it into the top right corner. It's a fantastic goal. It was Mahrez on the right hand side, cut in, played a nice through ball to Gundogan, who was playing right through the Shakhtar defence. Took one touch, right footed shot, right into the top right corner. Keeper went the wrong way completely, and it's Shakhtar 0, City 2. And there's always been 2 or more goals between these two, and again that has happened tonight. Every time they've played, there's either been 2 or more goals. There's never just been a 1 goal or a 0-0. Gundogan, fantastic finish, and Shakhtar have a huge mountain to climb now against the English champions, Manchester City. As they kick off again, 38th minute goal from Gundogan, and Shakhtar will have to look to rebuild any kind of comeback. They'll need to do it very soon, but I reckon if they maybe get 1 goal to make it 2-1 with a bit of time left, they could easily put City under some pressure. But City are just dominating this game through and through at this moment in time, as it's Marlos on this right hand side for Shakhtar. Finds Bobat, Stepanenko, Solomon, finds Christoph, goes to Masifienko, left-footed pass to Tyson, who played that ball through to Moraes, which maybe should have finished at 1-0. That could have been a big chance to make it 1-1. As an over-the-top through ball, tried to find Solomon, giving it away, but City give it away as well. And it's Tyson on the ball. Tries to play it to the left back, Ismaili. He can just about keep it in after a heavy touch and from pressure from Kyle Walker. Heavy touch though from Alan Patrick, and Walker can play it towards Gundogan. No advantage played, even though Gundogan looked like he was about to soar into the Shaktar Donetsk defence. But the referee's pulled it back for sure. Well, it looks like a foul. I did see this. It was before. It was when it was 1-0. Ismaili was in the box surrounded by 3 City defenders, I think, as I mentioned. And he was taken out by Mahrez. Didn't get the ball or anything. Definitely took the man out. Obviously, VAR didn't refer it for a penalty. And obviously, City went up the other end and made it 2-0 with a Gundogan goal. So obviously, another debatable topic there, because that could have easily been a foul for sure. As it's Edison. Real Madrid, in fact, didn't score a goal. That must have been disallowed. For sure. It looks like Bale scored a goal, but it was disallowed due to VAR. It's unfortunate for Real Madrid. Zinchenko back to the City game. Finds Gundogan. He's just played very well tonight so far for City, unlike he did against Norwich. Had one of his poorer games in a City shirt. Obviously, City used to scoring quite a few goals against Shaktar Donetsk. In the previous 4 fixtures, the City have scored 12 compared to Shakhtar's 2. As it's Sterling into Mahrez, he's around 20 yards out. It was a first-time left-footed finisher. Had to wrap his foot around it and completely got it wrong and skied it way over the bar towards the Shakhtar fans, which is quite hard to do, despite how far away they are from the goal. As it's Patrick goes to Ismaili, his Brazilian teammate. Tyson running down the left-hand side of Shaktar. Goes to Bolbat, the right back of Shaktar. Alan Patrick on the ball now, twists, turns, finds a ball out wide to Solomon. In fact, he can't find that ball as it's intercepted by Zinchenko. He can find Jesus past the halfway line. He'll look to find a through ball to De Bruyne. It's a perfect through ball, and De Bruyne's in. He finishes it past the post, unfortunately for De Bruyne. It's a fantastically weighted ball by Jesus. He was looking for an assist there. De Bruyne was in behind. Tried to finish on the right foot. I think he tried to curl it into the near post. As Pietov, the Shakhtar keeper, was quite far off his line. I think he's gone. He tried too hard to curl that into the near post and goes wide for a Shakhtar goal kick. But I think he tried too hard to bend that round. Was asking too much of himself there. As in this group again, Dynamo Zagreb has gone 3-0 up against Atalanta at home. Fantastic result for them. Zagreb, if they want any chance of getting out of this group, getting off to a start like that will be perfect. And as Lokomotiv Moscow have gone 2-1 up against Leverkusen now. As Shakhtar just give away the ball. Shakhtar 0, City 2. See, Shakhtar, like I mentioned, they've got Karl on play anchor. They've got Coutinho as well. Got Kovalenko, who's a attacking midfielder. Maybe he can come on and change the swing of the game. This De Bruyne tries to play through ball towards Mahrez. His touch took it away from him, so the pass wasn't as good as he would like, and Ismaili could come away with the ball. He's played it to Tyson. They're now in the City half. Plays a through ball towards Moraes. He's come Edison. He's not got there, and they've sort of both left the ball. He goes past Edison, and Fernandinho and Otamendi can clear up. But that was a big chance that for Shakhtar. Moraes have stayed down from the I think sort of challenge. There was a through ball, and like Edison and Moraes were both going for it, but then they both sort of stopped and they might collided a little bit. some rays may have been caught by Ederson. They sort of both stopped. They're both going for them and just stood still. They were very peculiar. The ball was through. They both sort of stopped, slowed down massively when they saw each other about to collide, and I think they may have just had a clash of knees. And I don't think Ederson felt it as bad as Moraes did. Yeah, just a massive clash of knees on the left knee. Again, I don't think Ederson must have felt it. And Moraes, number 10 for Shaktar, their top goal scorer in their league, certainly felt it as he stayed down. Back up now, thankfully for Shaktar. As we are about to reach half-time, it is 2-0 to City. 14 minutes difference between Mahrez's finish in the 24th minute and Gundogan's finish in the 38th. Solid game for City so far. Hopefully they'll look to bring in players like João Cancelo, then maybe bring back in Mendy to get him some first-team action. As Mendy plays the ball to Kevin De Bruyne, perfect pass. He looks to play through ball to Jesus. He's in behind. He gets a touch, can't get it around the keeper, and he was offside anyway as Shakhtar cleared it away. I thought it was offside, but with the Champions League rules, they sort of let play go on and then take it back to the offside. If it was offside. Lovely weighted ball though from De Bruyne into Jesus. Looked like he may have just been offside, I think, by the knee. But he got there ahead of the keeper, but his touch wasn't away from the keeper, it was right at the keeper. And obviously Shakhtar could clear from them. 1 minute added on, we played 45 seconds of that 1 minute added on. As it is, Christoph. Matvienko. Poor ball trying to find Stepanenko, but inside finds De Bruyne. It's Mahrez, first time ball into De Bruyne. Mahrez first time ball into De Bruyne. He takes a heavy touch away, but it's now Mahrez after a deflected clearance out to Sterling on the left hand side. He has a right foot shot over the bar, and that will end the half there away at Shakhtar's stadium. And it will be half time. It'll be good end to the half for City if you think about it. Obviously, finishing on an attack. Obviously, didn't finish as a goal, but still ended as an attack. But obviously, City will take that for sure. But we will end it there for now. We'll pause the stream. I'll be back in around 15 minutes, so make sure you leave the stream open to come back to in 15 minutes, because we will have the second half commentary coming your way. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on while it's half time. And I'll be back in around 15 minutes for the second half of this game. Hello, welcome back to the second half of Shaktar Donetsk versus Manchester City. It is currently 2-0 to Manchester City. Hopefully more goals to come, for sure. Positive first half of City for sure, obviously scoring 2 goals. Not even just that, just showing that they have bounced back from Saturday's defeat to Norwich. Hopefully for City fans we can see some players in action, like Cancelo, Mendy, who's back on the bench. They're just making their way. Shaktar Donetsk was out a little early. City have just come out now for the second half. Go through the scores very quickly of last night's games, as Solomon, number 19, has come off and been replaced by Konoplyanka. So attacking change there for Shakhtar. So Inter Milan and Slavia Prague 1-1. Lyon Zenit 1-1. Chelsea got beat to Valencia at home 1-0. Red Bull won 6-2 against Genk. Hat trick for Haaland, one of the best upcoming teenagers we've got right now. Napoli obviously beat the European champions Liverpool 2-0. Mertens' penalty and the Llorente goal got Napoli the win there. Ajax beat Lille 3-0. Benfica would defeat RB Leipzig at home, and obviously Dortmund and Barcelona ended in a 0-0 draw. A City kick-off for the second half with Zinchenko, and Sterling has the ball, plays back to Zinchenko, and we get the second half fully underway. As we have Otamendi at the back, play back to Edison. We are 25 seconds in. I'll put the timer on for you guys. There we go. Started now. So you guys know, obviously, what minute we are in. I'm gonna work to get a scoreboard on, so you know what score it is as well. But for now, I'm just gonna put it in the chat what the score is, and when there's a goal. When there's a goal, I'll obviously update the chat. So it's obviously 2-0 City currently. Just put that in for now. But I am definitely working on a scoreboard because I tried it for City versus Norwich, but we had some technical difficulties, so I just had to scrap it just for tonight. Obviously, Konoplyanka, as I mentioned in the first half, scored against City, against Sevilla, a few Champions League seasons ago, but put Sevilla actually 1-0 up in that game. Obviously, City came back to win 2-1 at the Etihad, as is Marley. Matifienko, he'll play it to Alan Patrick. He has to play it back to Piatov, the Shakhtar goalkeeper, who's just on the edge of his box with the ball. Matvienko. Piatov will go long towards his Marley, the left back. He'll go back to Matvienko. Patrolling the Shakhtar defensive area with the ball. This is a ball switched. Fantastic ball, in fact, to Bolbat. Fantastic pass. As it's now Marlos. Just Shakhtar's keeping it in their own box. Not in their own box, in their own half. Just not letting City have any of the ball for now. And as I say, that City actually win the ball back with Rodri. It's now Gundogan looking to mount a City attack here. Overruns it, but it falls to Sterling, fortunately for City. But then Gundogan loses again in possession after being closed down by 3 Shakhtar players. Fernandinho gives away a foul as well on Moraes. I thought I was muted then for a split second. Sorry about that. But it is a foul to Shakhtar. Fernandinho foul on Moraes. Not in a dangerous position for City unless they make it a dangerous attack for Shakhtar. They could put a very good ball in here, and if they do, you could see danger but Shakhtar plays after time their runs perfectly. But they take a quick one instead. Marlos, awful pass, and he finds Mahrez, and they can start a counter attack with Jesus. It's a 4v3 at the minute. Kyle Walker's bearing him behind, but he plays it to Mahrez instead. Shakhtar get bodies back now. Zinchenko, Gundogan finds the spot that he normally finds on this left hand side here between the midfield and defence. Rodri, Zinchenko plays it over to Fernandinho. Walker. Mahrez on this far right hand side always looks to cut in onto his left foot. It's obviously his danger sort of weapon that he uses against all teams. Did it perfectly for Leicester. Always used to cut onto that left foot. It's a fantastic ball to Sterling on this left hand side. Gets into the box, tries to cut onto his right, tries to get past the defenders, but Marlos coming it back easily, maybe a bit too easily. But obviously Sterling really raising his game last season and carrying on from this season. Obviously Jamie Carragher comparing him to Neymar, saying he's better than Neymar. And in current form and in current circumstances, you've got to agree with Jamie Carragher, the former Liverpool player, on that one. Obviously, Shakhtar have been in the Champions League quite a few times. Their most capped player with 86 appearances is Šlina, and the Croatian captain for the previous World Cup in Russia. He's obviously no longer at the club anymore. He's definitely not in the team. As there's a long through ball over to Moraes, Ederson comes out for it. He brings it down, tries to chip it over the Brazilian keeper, and goes past the post. That's a big chance again for Moraes. Ederson, I'm not sure what he's quite doing there. It's just a ball over the top from Ismaili, and then Fernandinho is a one-on-one with Moraes, but instead he leaves it to Ederson, who comes right to the edge of his box to Moraes. He gets there first. Ederson just stands there, trying to block any sort of angle, just tries to dink it over, and it goes way past the post. There was players arriving as well, so if he just slowed down a little bit, Moraes, and looked up, they may have got a goal from that. Shakhtar 0, City 2. As I was saying, for their second highest player with most appearances is Piatov, who's obviously in goal tonight. This is his 77th Champions League appearance. Obviously, not the greatest one he's had. Obviously, conceding 2 goals in the first half. It's Rodri. First time ball from Jesus into De Bruyne. First time pass from him, whilst off balance, finds Walker. Now Rodri. Just again, finding the pass to Sterling. It's now Jesus. Twist, turns, will look out wide, and he'll find Gundogan an overhit pass, but Gundogan will keep it in on this far left hand side towards the corner flag. Finds Jesus. Gundogan, nice intricate ball into Zinchenko, tries to flick and does find Jesus. It's a fantastic football from City, shot towards the bottom left corner, easily savable for Piatov, which he does save the ball. Good play that from Manchester City. Jesus was offside from the Zinchenko back heel, which I thought was offside as well. But obviously, again, offsides in the Champions League are different. They wait and they delay it a lot. It was offside, miles offside, really. But unlucky from Jesus, cutting onto his right foot, shooting, no power, no real conviction on it, and just goes out for a easy save Piatov. But obviously, would have been was a free kick anyway for offside. See, 52 minutes in, City very dominant in this game. Shakhtar have had their chances. In all fairness, they've had a few. Moraes, their top goal scorer, who's scored 0.83 goals per game in the Ukrainian league. Gundogan intercepts a pass. He's got to finish it here. Poor shot from Gundogan. They tries to clear it, falls straight to Sterling. He shoots on the left foot, cannons off the post, and it's a goal kick for Shakhtar. Poor defending. I'm not sure what even was going on at the back there. They were just playing it out. Poor passing to Gundogan. He was bearing down on goal, just outside the box. Got a shot away. It's a good save from Piatov, and then Christoph tried to clear it right into the feet of Sterling. Not sure what he's trying to do with that clearance. Then that touch from Sterling obviously wasn't expected, so he gave him a bit of an angle he had to work on. Meant he had just cannoned it off the post. And it goes obviously for a goal kick, but I'm not quite sure what Christoph was doing there with that clearance. You thought he'd maybe go high with that clearance, but he just drilled it into Sterling. Obviously gave him a chance to score, but unfortunately hit the post for City. As Fernandinho doesn't win the header on Moraes, and he keeps it, flicks it over Zinchenko and finds Marlos. He goes back to ball back. He's outstrengthened by Sterling, who finds a left-footed pass to Fernandinho, and City can regain possession. Great work rate from Sterling, but Gundogan loses the ball from a poor pass from Zinchenko. Patrick Allen, poor touch from him, intercepted by Mahrez. Tries to win the seconds on Stepanenko. Rodri ends up doing that for him. It's De Bruyne plays a through ball towards Sterling, intercepted by a ball back. Bit of pace into this game now. We'll have a look at the other games around the ground. No goals from half-time as of yet. PSG still leading 2-0, but Real Madrid did score a goal for Gareth Bale, but was apparently wiped out for offside. So, by VAR for offside, I think, if I am correctly stood on that. Shaktar are on the ball with their two centre-backs, who are Matvienko and now who he just played it to his centre-back partnership of Christoph. Ball back. We'll play it back along to Stepanenko, who's obviously gone again inside the two centre-backs, sort of playing that central centre-back role when they sort of have possession to protect the counter-attack. And here he is, Stepanenko. Stepanenko, 30 years of age. He's only played for Shaktar Donetsk, actually, his whole career. She started his playing career Maltaher Zarizaya in 2007 before joining Shaktar in 2010. Other than that, it's the only teams he has played for. He's been at the club for 9 years, so obviously knows how to control the crowd as Mahrez plays a through ball towards Jesus. They keep play as apparently he's onside. De Bruyne flicks a ball in, deflected out for a corner. Jesus sort of stopped completely, or sort of definitely slowed down, thinking he was offside, because I thought he was offside as well. The linesman didn't give the offside, and De Bruyne continued with the attack, tried to cross it, but obviously deflected out for a corner. Corner will be taken by De Bruyne. It'll be an out-swinging ball. Actually play it short instead to Mahrez, who can then put a crossing on the angle. It's a great ball in a dangerous area, but Christoph can clear. As far as Gundogan, Rodri plays it back towards Walker, kept the ball well. He'll go all the way back to Ederson, who's obviously come a bit off his line to receive that ball. It's Ederson again, a City reset. Ederson plays a long ball towards Gundogan. He can't win the header. Ball back can. Alan Patrick loses the ball to Kyle Walker. He'll look to set City onto an attack as he plays it back to Gundogan, who'll go left to Zinchenko, always open on this left-hand side, making spaces for City as Sterling receives the ball. Heavy touch, will keeps it. Gundogan. Lovely through ball threaded into Zinchenko. He'll put first time cross into the box, poor cross. Christoph can clear. Zinchenko looking for an option, will go inside to Fernandinho. Otamendi towards Kyle Walker. De Bruyne on this far right hand side will go inside to Jesus, has to hold the ball up and finds De Bruyne again. He will go across to Sterling, finds him, it's Gundogan, he can go round the keeper, no, he tries to play it across to Sterling, it's a good save from Piatov. Marlos needs to clear with pressure from De Bruyne. He'll go back to the centre-back Christoph and he will clear. Big chance there for City and Gundogan. I think Sterling will be frustrated with that one as he was in behind, but Gundogan sort of took the ball off him, thinking he was better positioned and angled to have the shot. Obviously tried to play across to Sterling in the end. Obviously it didn't work. This is Gundogan on the edge of the box, tries to play through ball into Sterling. Too much on it. It's a easy collect for Piatov in the Shaktar goal. Obviously, as you can see in the comments, it's still 2-0 City. I will update that. But yeah, they've poor passing in from Shakhtar, poor defending, sorry, actually. It was a pass from De Bruyne, and then Sterling sort of took a touch too far ahead, but it was actually perfectly put in path for Gundogan. He was bearing down in on goal and tried to play it across to Sterling as Piatov was closing him down and ended up hitting it straight at him. And obviously, he kept it at 2-0. City, though, definitely searching for a third, sorry. But Shakhtar doing well to keep the ball at times. Rodri gives away another foul. It's another cheat one on Konoplyanka. Obviously, you've got to remember, teams like this might sound mad, but they're obviously not used to losing as much. They might be used to losing the Champions League, but obviously, Shakhtar Donetsk, 7 wins out of 7 games in their league, so obviously they're not as used to losing as what as they might in the Champions League. But against Atletico Madrid and Juventus, the Wanda Metropolitano, where the Champions League final was taking place between Liverpool and Tottenham, Atletico Madrid play Juventus, and Juan Cuadrado gave them the lead in the 48th minute, currently 60th minute now. That I didn't update, unfortunately, but Juan Cuadrado with the goal. It's Cristiano playing against João Felix. The past, or sort of the present and the future of Portugal. Obviously, Ronaldo started to become the past a little bit as he gets older. Don't want to disrespect him too much, but that is the realistic fact, as Fernandinho gives away a foul around on the halfway on Moraes for Shakhtar corner free kick. Yeah, just on the halfway line, just held him. Definite foul, but Fernandinho definitely has to watch himself there, because if he does a few more of them, he'll definitely be picking up a yellow card. Obviously, Fernandinho playing against his former club, Shakhtar Donetsk. This is where he signed for City, from Shakhtar, under Pellegrini, on one of his first signings of the season, or of the season when he was appointed. He signed Negredo, Jovetic, Fernandinho, players like that in that season. As an interception by Kyle Walker means Mahrez can take the ball, poor touch, but keeps it with Rodri. He'll look for that forward pass, will go across to Zinchenko. Sterling on this left hand side, finds a ball inside to De Bruyne, just on the edge of the box on the left hand side. Back to De Bruyne though, we'll find the left foot cross, across goal. Christoph though can intercept and goes out for a City corner. Dangerous ball from De Bruyne though on the left foot, that was straight into Sterling's path. If that found his way through, but it's a short corner to Gundogan, back into De Bruyne. First down cross towards Piatov. He can't get there. He falls to Sterling. He's got to finish it. Shoots across goal. It's a bicycle kick from Otamendi into the goal, but it looks like he's offside on Sterling. Acrobatic finish from Otamendi if that had gone in. Very, very good finish though from Otamendi. The ball was put in. I think it might have been, Sterling from the De Bruyne cross when he obviously got there. Technically, he didn't touch him. He came off Otamendi's head, then Sterling, so he may have been onside. But it disallowed. Yeah, it came off Otamendi's head. So technically, that shouldn't have been disallowed. I'm sorting the timer out right now. But Otamendi's goal obviously disallowed as a through ball towards Marlos, intercepted by Fernandinho. So just trying to find that timer, but we have Sterling on the ball. Finds Mahrez, he's in behind, finds De Bruyne on the left hand side, has a chance to shoot, tries to cut it onto his right. Tackled. City have the ball with Kyle Walker. Gets on one of his sprints, tries to put a ball across, deflected. Out for a corner. Couldn't keep it from going from a corner. Be a corner for City here. Looks like Mars will take. Feels like VAR might be checking a handball here from the cross from Kyle Walker. It looks like the corner will be given. No handball on that one. Ball put in straight into Piatoff's hands. Is it Kyle Walker from the free kick? Time is there. Unfortunately, it's an hours again. I will get that sorted soon. Again, just still getting used to the new streaming setup. Sorry for the bit of silence between these attacks. Jesus was taken out there in one of the attacks, shot on the back of the heel. So nothing was given, but he seems to be okay. But yeah, unfortunately, we're just going to leave the clock like that for now. But we are obviously 64 minutes in, as the clock does say, if you can read hours and minutes. But I will get that sorted for sure, so we can go into 90th minute and all the stuff like that. But for now, we can we'll just have to leave that for now. So back to the game, full focus now. Fernandinho will win the ball against Morales. Gundogan picks up the ball to Rodri. Just inside the City half, keeping the ball, Mahrez. Rodri. Gundogan. Nice ball into Mahrez. He's found some space. Found a through ball towards Sterling. Piatov comes out, collects the ball for Shaktar, and can regain possession for them. Mahrez looking for his second assist of the game and trying to be involved in every single goal that's been taken so far. Juventus actually make it 2-0 against Atletico Madrid. Blaise Matuidi scored in the 65th minute of that game. PSG, Real Madrid still 2-0 to PSG. It's Kyle Walker, Otamendi. No substitutions as of yet for City. One for Shaktar, which they made at half time where Konoplyanka came on. De Bruyne tries to play ball towards Mahrez, easily cut out by Konoplyanka, number 15 for Shaktar. Shaktar had the ball, Alan Patrick. Ismaili. And a poor ball. I don't know who he was even aiming for there. Alan Patrick. I think he was aiming for Konoplyanka. Ball just went out for a City goal kick. With Ben Mendy and Eric Garcia warming up for City. That's his Roger on the ball from the goal kick. Shakhtar 0, City 2. Currently, we are 67 minutes in. Zinchenko finds a nice threaded ball into Raheem Sterling, comes central, out wide right to De Bruyne, now cuts in onto his left foot, shoots across goal. It was low, drilled and wide from De Bruyne. That could have nearly nestled into the bottom left corner as he cut in from the right onto his left. But just went wide for City. And he goes out for a goal kick. But I'll definitely try and get the clock fixed. But for now, we're just going to use the hours format, which obviously isn't used in football. But again, just getting used to the new setup of streaming. So I will get that sorted. As Shakhtar are on the attack with Tyson on the right foot, plays it out wide, right to ball bat. Tries to play through ball back into Tyson. Put too much weight on it, and it goes out for a City goal kick. Obviously, Bolbat has had a bit of a struggled a little bit in this game, obviously having to defend against Sterling, Zinchenko and Gundogan on that left-hand side. Done an okay job, but that pass was poor, unfortunately. As they'll to make another substitution. And it looks like Marcos Antonio, number 8, will be coming on. I'm not sure who for yet. They haven't put a board up or anything, but he's just getting ready on the bench. Getting his shin pads on, getting a little bit of tactical information from the Shaktar bench, as they've got the ball on the halfway line here, Shaktar. This is Alan Patrick. Goes back to Matvienko. Bolbat on his own. Will have to turn back to Christoph. Matvienko is Marley. Tyson, who's had to drop deep. Alan Patrick will look forward and then have to turn back instead and go back to Matvienko. Ball back, goes back to Christoph again, just keeping the ball. Here Shakhtar, I think they just don't want to concede any more goals really. But it's 69th minute, 69 and a half minutes in to be precise. Shakhtar 0, City 2. Marlos. Poor short pass, but they've somehow kept possession here with Konoplyanka's strong challenge. This is Marley. Doubled up against Mahrez and Rodri, and they come out with the ball. It's now De Bruyne skips past Shakhtar midfielder with ease. It's now Kevin De Bruyne. He's in behind. It's a 3v3 for City. He keeps going. He looks to try and pass it through to the right of Jesus. Poor left-footed pass intercepted. De Bruyne not finding that perfect pass as of yet to put City through on goal, but Jesus keeps the ball on the right-hand side. Go turn back to Kyle Walker. To Rodri, who will switch over to Zinchenko. It is Dynamo Zagreb 4, Atalanta 0. That's in City's group. They may be a force to be reckoned with. Rodri drew a pass into Jesus. Tries to find Mahrez. Lazy, poor pass that from Jesus. Should be doing better there. But Kyle Walker wins the ball back fairly to Rodri. Gundogan. De Bruyne. Still no substitutes for City as of yet. It's Zinchenko. Gundogan. De Bruyne. Turns back and goes to Fernandinho. Played an hour and 10 in match day 1 of the Champions League tie between Shakhtar Donetsk and Manchester City. City just camped in the Shakhtar half. For now, it's Rodri. Finds Gundogan, tries to flick it behind Zinchenko, intercepted by Marlos, but Gundogan wins the ball back and plays a perfect curl pass to Mahrez on the right hand side, who's got space. Tries to find an overlapping ball to Walker, can't quite find it. It's dispossessed by his Marley and it falls to Tyson. He pulls Rodri down and goes for a City free kick, played quickly by Mahrez to De Bruyne, back to Mahrez. Turns, goes to De Bruyne. To Rodri, quick fire pass to Gundogan, Fernandinho, De Bruyne. Again, just looking for that perfect ball through. Atletico Madrid have pulled a goal back in their game against Juventus. Stefan Savic, former City player, played for City in the 2011-12 Premier League winning season for them. Was later switched in a transfer deal with Stasic. Didn't play too many games under Roberto Mancini for City. So it's Fernandinho. Zinchenko plays a right foot ball in the middle to Rodri. Plays a ball into Gundogan, who's got space, can play a through ball to Gundogan. The keeper's already off his line, ready. Comes to the edge of the box to clear with the right foot. Goes to Fernandinho, has to head it down. Only as far as Mahrez, his poor through ball means that City can regain possession. This is Gundogan into De Bruyne, on this left hand side. Tries to play through ball again. It's just not quite working for De Bruyne tonight. Not had one of his better games when he's trying to do those killer passes that he's normally so good at. We played 73 minutes, an hour and 13. Conor Plianka. Try to find his way through, can't. It's a frustrating night here for Shaktar for sure. Tyson, the captain, looking to try and find a way through. Tries to get a cross in, deflected off Rodri, goes out for a throw in right by the corner flag for City, or for Shaktar. Blocked by a City player, and here comes that substitution I mentioned a few minutes ago of Marcos Antonio. He replaces Alan Patrick, so he may go into that holding midfielder role. Let's put in the chat that he's still 2-0 to City. As it's Stepanenko, he's finally pushed forward from the deep holding position role. He goes back to Matvienko. Is Mali the left back? He gets dispossessed by Mahrez. It's a cheap foul given away from Mahrez. Not sure if it was quite enough for a foul, but the refs give it. It's a free kick for Shakhtar. Bayern still 1-0 up. PSG still 2-0 up. Bayer Leverkusen still trailing 2-1. Obviously Tottenham played before in the early kick-off. They drew 2-2 after going 2-0 up as well. Pondent and Valbuena with 2 goals to get them back in the game at Olympiacos. As a Shakhtar, 15 minutes to go exactly in the City half, trying to find a way through. City need to be resolute at this minute in time in such an important stage of the game as well. This Marlos comes central, tries to get a shot away, tackled by Otamendi. City can start a counter-attack. It falls to De Bruyne. It's a 3v1 here. De Bruyne's got to find the right pass now. Plays a perfect through ball into Jesus. He can find the bottom right corner. Yes, he can. It's a left-footed finish, drilled into the right-hand side of the goal. And finally, De Bruyne found that perfectly weighted pass like he'd been struggling to do in this game today. Piatov had no chance. It's Shakhtar 0, City 3. It was poor possession given away. I think it was by Marlos. Then Stepanenko tried to head it forward, but ended up actually glancing it behind him and actually helping it into De Bruyne's stride. It took him a while to get the ball out of his feet, but when he did, it was a perfect pass to Jesus on the left foot, just inside the box. Just rolled it into that bottom right corner. Defenders and keeper had no chance of stopping it, and it's Shakhtar 0, City 3. As Jesus points to the ears, hearing the abuse he's probably receiving from the crowd. Hopefully it's not the kind of abuse we've been hearing recently in Italy so far. But Moraes just come off for Coutinho, number 9 for Shakhtar. Striker off, striker on, straight swap for them. So any incoming viewers, they know it's 3-0 to City, as I'm working on a scoreboard. But Jesus, he's got that goal that he's wanted. But De Bruyne finding that pass finally that he'd been trying to do. As he makes that assist, he's been replaced by Bernardo Silva. Obviously, De Bruyne's played a full 76 minutes of football, so hopefully he can be rested now for the game at the weekend for City, where I think they play Watford at home. Yeah, they do play Watford at home at a 3 o'clock kickoff. Definitely, I knew it was Watford. Just had to, make sure. Don't be telling you false information. But it's sort of the goal that City really needed at this point in the game, because if you felt like Shakhtar may have snuck a goal out from somewhere to make it 2-1, 15 minutes to go, the game could have gone anywhere. But that goal sort of makes sure for City that they probably have the 3 points in this game. Now as it's Jesus, drop deep for the ball, finds Gundogan, plays a 1-2 with Jesus and releases the ball to Rodri. First time pass to Zinchenko, he plays it across towards Otamendi again. All City players camped in that Shakhtar half. They have to go back though towards Otamendi. He'll go across to Fernandinho. He's had a solid game today. Fernandinho gave a few fouls away, but nothing too serious, and hopefully the challenge of Watford at home should maybe be an easy settler for Fernandinho. No disrespect to Watford because they do have some attacking threats. Obviously, played very well against Arsenal in that second half to get a 2-2 draw from that. As it's Bernardo Silva goes out wide right to Riyad Mahrez, finds a ball in the box to Bernardo Silva. Poor pass. Bernardo could all get a toe on it towards the Shakhtar defender. And here is number 8, Marcos Antonio. He wins the free kick on Bernardo Silva and Rodri. Obviously, De Bruyne will be, I think, happy with his performance, but you'll look back at some of the passes that he misplaced and maybe thought he could have got 2 or 3 assists today. To be fair, but when Marlos gave away the ball, there's talks of a foul from Otamendi, but there's no way that could have been a foul because Otamendi looked like, for me anyway, he got the ball. They went on the counter-attack City from that foul, or from the clean tackle, shall I say, and Jesus just slotted it home for a 3-0 City lead. Does the air celebration, holding the ears towards the crowd, letting them know who has scored and what the score is. As there were no change in scores in any of the other games from last time I updated you. Christoph Balbot, first time left-footed clearance. Can only find Otamendi. He'll go back to Edison. He'll go to Rodri, first time past the right foot of Otamendi. He'll go back to Edison. Fernandinho, again on the left-hand side of the City defence. Plays a left-footed pass towards Sterling. It's a poor one. Sterling drags him down. The referee plays advantage and Shakhtar can continue. It's Marley. Finds Conor Planker on the left-hand side. He'll square up against Walker. Step over, gets a cross in. Otamendi heads away. And we'll let it go for a Shakhtar throw in near the corner flag. Bayern Munich have actually gone 2-0 up over the last few minutes. Robert Lewandowski making it 2-0. And Kyle Walker will be replaced with 10 minutes to go. And it's a Champions League debut for Manchester City. For Cancelo, obviously he played in the Champions League for Juventus last year, but for City it's his first attempt. But fair play to all the travelling City supporters, because a Wednesday night in Ukraine would not have been cheap or comfortable. It would have been very, very, very cold, especially on a weeknight when people would have had work and priorities. So respect to the City fans who've made the trip out to Ukraine for tonight's game. Obviously Cancelo, hopefully he can do well in this game. As Gundogan's found a great flick on from I think it was Mahrez. Oh no, it was Mahrez who received the ball, but Gundogan got it off Mahrez. He lost the ball to Balbot and gave away a foul out of pure anger, I think, and just frustration. And Shakhtar can reset from the back. Not sure who that flick was by, but it's a very good flick, showing a lot of flair there. Will we be able to find a winner from any of the games? Kyle Walker obviously they're being told to leave the pitch from the shortest way possible. So if they're on the byline, no matter which byline they're on, they'll lead the pitch from that way. So Kyle Walker's just made his way all around the pitch to the City bench. 8 minutes to go, plus added on time. Tyson on his left-hand side enters the City half, bursting into space, looking for the pass. He'll go wide right to Marlos. It's just overhit. Marlos against Sterling. Sterling will get out strengthened by Marlos, but Marlos can't keep it in. But he goes out for Shakhtar throw-in to Sterling's disgust. But referee outrules the linesman and will give it as a City throw-in. Benjamin Mendy will be entering the game for the last 6.5 minutes plus added on time. Great to see him back on the pitch. His last game was against Tottenham in that Champions League encounter. He'll come on for Rodri. Steve, thinking behind that, I think, is that Zinchenko may go into the holding positioning role, as he is a midfielder, obviously converted by Guardiola to a left back. So I feel like Zinchenko will just drop into that holding midfielder role. Obviously, because for Ukraine, his national team, he does play in midfield and an advanced midfield role. Coutinho out-muscled by Sterling. It's Jesus. Still very crowded on this left-hand side of Cities as Shakhtar get the ball out into some space, and we'll find Masifyenko. Konoplyanka. Go back to Stepanenko, who's headed or attempted headed clearance, glanced behind him to De Bruyne, who led him in for a nice free ball to Jesus for him to slot home for the third. This is a switch towards Tyson. He knocks it down with the head to Ismaili. Stepanenko sprays it out wide right to Christoph. Ball bat. Go back towards Christoph. Again, no goals as of yet in any of the other games. As Zinchenko has the ball, he has gone into that holding role. As Cancelo plays ball into Bernardo Silva, he makes an overlapping run. Can't be found by Bernardo Silva. He just decides to keep the ball and go backwards towards Mahrez, who sort of covered at right back for the minute in time. Gundogan. Well, maybe it looks like City may have actually gone to 4-2-3-1 maybe. Zinchenko, Gundogan holding, with Bernardo in the centre attacking midfield role. Sterling wins a free kick from Stepanenko. Played quickly to Gundogan. Jesus back to Gundogan towards Otamendi. 5 minutes to go. 76th minute finish from Jesus. Did give City that 3-0 lead. Obviously, I think City fans all wanted just to make sure, get that third goal to really put the game to bed. Shakhtar have the ball. Loses it with a poor touch. Fernandinho just decides to hoof clear. Piatov's come for the ball. It's towards the corner flag. Just dinks it over Sterling's head nicely to Ball bat. He has to play back to Piatov from pressure from Mendy. He clears it to Fernandinho, deflected towards Balbot or Balbat. So Stepanenko pass to Konoplyanka. He's come central for the ball. He goes out wide left to Ismaili now. For to cross into the box. Zinchenko with a right foot clearance to the right hand side. Cancelo will head away to Bernardo Silva. He'll head it back to Cancelo to finish a headed 1-2. Cancelo in the middle, being put under pressure. Out strengthened by Ismaili, but then wins it back nicely. Well recovered from Cancelo. Takes on one player very well. Some nice step overs. Got out of that situation very well there, Cancelo. Despite one of his first appearances for City, his second appearance for City, obviously coming off the bench again. Shows some great skill. Even though he lost the ball, got it right back and had the audacity to do those step overs and take on the man. Showed that he is full of confidence and ready to get into this City team. This is Gundogan. Zinchenko in the Shakhtar half. Finds Bernardo Silva. We'll go to Zinchenko, who'll go out wide to Mendy. Back in the City 11. Sterling in the box. Tries to find a through ball towards Mahrez. Can't quite find it. It's intercepted. You hit it against a Shakhtar player, and Cancelo will keep it in, number 27 for Manchester City. He'll go back to Mahrez. He'll go back out wide to Cancelo onside on this right hand side. Finds a nice through ball to Bernardo Silva. He's deemed as onside as well. Cancelo on this right hand side, keeping the ball. Tries to play a through ball towards Mahrez, intercepted, or towards Gundogan, sorry. Intercepted, and we'll go back to Otamendi. 2 minutes and 20 to go. Jesus plays a through ball towards Bernardo Silva. Tackled by Ismaili. He trips over Ismaili and Bernardo Silva and gives away a free kick on the edge of the Shakhtar box. Again, no score changes. Leverkusen still losing 2-1 to Lokomotiv Moscow. PSG still 2-0 up to Real Madrid Bayern Munich also 2-0 up in their game versus Slovenia Sevilla. Atletico Madrid still trailing 2-1 to Juventus at home. Shaktar obviously are getting beat by City 3-0 as we know from this commentary. And Dynamo Zagreb are still leading Atalanta 4-0 in their game. Also in City's group. Minute and a half to go. Matvienko has the ball towards his Mali. Skips past a few players here. Konoplyanko with some great skill. We'll try and find the pass. It takes on around 4 City players. That's well played that from Konoplyanko. And we'll go to Bolbat on this right hand side. Go back to Stepanenko. Hopefully City can keep a clean sheet. So he switches that out wide left to Ismaili. A minute exactly to go, plus added on time. I'm not sure how much will be added on. I can't believe there'll be too much. There's not been that many stoppages. I think there might be just 2 minutes added on, I'd say, if I had to make a prediction. Matvienko tries to play the switch towards Tyson. Keeps it in with the chest. That's quite impressive. That control from him as he keeps the ball. Christoph will switch out wide right to Bolbat on his own. We'll have to probably turn back and play it to back to Christoph, which he does. Matvienko, number 22, goes to Christoph. 5 seconds to 90 to play. Let's find out the added on time. It is 2 minutes, as I predicted a minute ago. There hasn't been too many stoppages in this game, which left it quite free flowing. Cancelo will play it back to Otamendi. Shakhtar manager will take a few positives. May have to work on Moraes. He's finishing the Sterling's in behind. Finds Mendy, puts a ball across the box in a dangerous position towards the back post where Sterling and Bernardo were waiting. Sort of went in between them where a defender was stood and was cleared away for a corner to keep safe. But Mendy's so lethal when he gets into those positions, when he can cross the ball across the box. He's has so much pace and venom on them. Defenders struggle to defend them. As they take a short corner here, it's to Cancelo. He'll go to Mahrez. It's Gundogan on the edge of the box. Tries to dink it towards the back stick, but finds Mahrez instead on that right hand side. A minute to play of the added on time. Cancelo. Bernardo. Mahrez. Cancelo. Onside, says the linesman. Looked offside to me, but he finds an overlapping ball to Bernardo Silva. He'll go back to Mahrez. Mahrez gets past one, goes past another. Heavy touch cleared away from the Shakhtar defender. Will go all the way over towards Otamendi. Sorry for any background noise. Right near the end of the game. As we have Gundogan there, sorry for the silence, just don't want any noise in the background. Zinchenko, 10 seconds remaining of this game. They got wide to Cancelo. Looks decent for the 10 minutes he's been on. As it's Sterling, skips past one on this right hand side. Tackled by the Brazilian left back. And instead of the corner, the referee will blow for full time. It ends Shakhtar Donetsk 0. Manchester City 3 in matchday 1 of the Champions League. Obviously that'll mean City will go second, as Dynamo Zagreb will go top on obviously goal difference after one game. But some goals have been scored in other games. I'll quickly update you. Atletico Madrid have completed their comeback against Juventus. Stefan Savic obviously made it 2-1 in the 70th minute, and Hector Herrera has bagged a 90th minute equaliser for Atletico Madrid. Comfortable game for City that was, in all honesty. I'll keep you up to date with some of the games that still haven't hit full time yet. Some of the Leverkusen got beat to Lokomotiv 2-1. PSG beat Real Madrid 3-0. The only game still remaining are the Dinamo Zagreb one and the Atletico Madrid Juventus, which I can currently commentate on, which is Ronaldo. He skips in behind, gets onto his right foot, shoots across goal just past the post. It was agonisingly close. Sarri frustrated. 1 minute of the 5 minutes added on. Ronaldo, some great skill, showing why he's the best, one of the best in the world. Skips past 3, 4. Atletico Madrid plays easily, just drills it to the back post, and just goes wide. That'll be in the 90th. That would be the 94th minute winner for Juventus, and Ronaldo just goes wide. Unfortunately for them. Obviously, Atalanta's still playing. There's 30 seconds left of this Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid Juventus game. Sorry, as I will stop the timer for the City game, as we're obviously finished. 25 seconds to go in the Atletico Madrid Juventus game. They were so close to winning that ball, or to winning that game there right at the end, Juventus, after they've obviously lost the 2-0 lead before this anyway. So obviously to maybe get a goal back would have been nice as well. Towards the left back here of Atletico Madrid, he cuts inside. It's literally the last few seconds. Or Diego Costa tries to dummy it to João Felix. He's not there. Alexandro clears to Juventus play, but that calls full time. Anyway, no handshake between Maurizio Sarri and Diego Simeone. Not sure what's happened there. So that means that's a draw in that game. The Atalanta game obviously must have been a frustrating one for Atalanta, being beat 4-0 by Dinamo Zagreb. They've got 5 seconds left in their game. And that ends as full time. So we have all the full time results now, which I'll quickly go through. So we've obviously got Shaktar Donetsk 0, City 3, obviously from this commentary tonight. PSG beats Real Madrid 3-0. I'm going to check who the scorer was for that goal, because obviously Di Maria had picked up 2 and Meunier got their third in the 91st minute. Bayer Leverkusen got beat 2-1 to Lokomotiv. Bayern Munich ended up winning 3-0. Thomas Muller got a 91st minute goal in that game. Obviously Zagreb won 4-0 against Atalanta. Juventus drew 2-2 to Atletico Madrid after bottling a 2-0 lead. So that will be the end of the commentary after a long round, nearly coming up to 2 hours of a live stream. We'll end it here. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and turn notifications on for daily and weekly commentaries. And I will hopefully see you for the next one. But as it ends here, it ends Shakhtar Donetsk 0, City 3.